Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you like the Redux tutorial. So believe me guys, like if you stay with me, I'll tell you like you'll easily understand it. Firstly, I'll show you like the flow of the data in single page, like writing a normal JavaScript. Then I'll tell you like how we convert into Redux. So basically you just have to follow what I do and nothing else. So let's just get started. So firstly, like I'm in a folder. So here is my npm create react app normal. So here firstly I'll make a normal demo.js where I'll tell you how this thing works. So let me close all the tabs. Close all. Where is close all? Yeah, don't save. Yeah, so let me just increase the size of the font, make it 18. Yeah, and little bit bigger. Yeah, so let me just firstly make a file called demo.js. Okay, like normally everyone has told you like this thing like store like multiple things. So let me just make you clear like a flow how this thing works, writing the code. So let's just get started. So firstly we have actions. You already know actions. So here we define what we have to do. So suppose I'll say I want to increment, so I'll make a increment function. Okay, now in increment function I want to return type, and here I'll type increment. Okay, so basically I'm telling okay, just increment the value, nothing else. This is a function, like in action this is the function. Now I'll make another function and I'll say decrement. Decrement. Oh, I could have just edited this. Okay, so now this is called action. Like if we call increment, so it will tell okay, this is the increment type. If we call decrement, this is the decrement type. So you'll be like, why we are calling just to return this? Why can't we just like let the string return? So actually Redux works in that way, and apart from that, like we may send different values. Like you can send 1 plus 1 or whatever you different values. So that's why it's a pattern. Then after that actions, like I'm calling an action, okay, do an increment. So in reducers, the increment or whatever I want to do, this will be done in reducer, like the function part, like what I want to do increment. So increment logic will be written in reducer. So in reducer what we'll do, we'll make a function const counter, and it will take action state. Like state is like the starting value of any data. Like what is the starting value, like when the website loads, so what's the starting value of the state? So it will be 0, or if you want to put false, it could be false, or you want to put like 4 5 6. It's on your side only what you want to do. Like but generally what we do, either it's like 0 or it's like what do you call a true or false. Okay, so these are the values normally. So I'll take 0 because I'm making a counter. After that I take action. Action is what I have told you. Like if we call actions increment, so here increment will come. If I call decrement, here decrement will come. So this is my action. So now I make a function of it. So I'll make a if. We use switch case, but I'm telling you if because it will be really easy for you. If I'll say if action dot type is equal to increment, then I want you to do return state plus 1. So I'm telling if someone has called increment, just check whether the, and here the reducer, here it will work for it. Okay, so it will check, oh, what is the type of function. Like so I'll tell okay it's increment, so it tell okay increment it by 1. You can make it 2 or whatever you want to do. Okay, and the same goes for the decrement. Else we make it if, sorry, let me just copy it. I know you can do it with else, but else, like sorry, else I'm saying else, but like to make you understand better, I'm writing again if. Okay, decrement. Okay, yeah. So I'm saying if the action is of type decrement, So just do the decrement part. Okay, so like this is how we do. Now if we call the function, so what we'll do, we'll call counter. Okay, now counter is taking straight variable, so what straight will give 0. So but in real, when you call any increment, so you'll call directly this, not this. Okay, but to explain you, I'm calling this so you can explain like what is happening. Okay, so we'll say counter 0 action. So for action we'll say I want to increment, so I'll pass the increment. So what will happen, increment here, increment will be return dot type increment. It will come and it check the action and it will return the state +1 or decrement state -1. So let me just console it and show you. Console dot log. Okay, yeah, and save it. So let me just open the I'm opening a command prompt, so that will better. Let me close this folder unnecessary. Yeah, so cmd, and we'll say node, and we'll say index demo.js. So see, it has printed 1 because it is like increasing the value and returning it. But what if I put 2 and save it, and if I again run it, it will print 2 because 0 plus 2 is 2. Like if I state as 2 and now again I run it, so it will be what, state 2 state plus 2. What, I haven't saved it or what? Why it's printing 2? That's so embarrassing. Okay, I'm passing 0 here. I should pass 2. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now it's 4. Okay, so this is the way like we do, but in real we don't use if else, because if you have a large type of function, like enormous type of action, so you just kept on doing if else. So that's why we use switch case. So let me just write the switch case here, so that be more clear for you. So I'll do switch, and I'll check action dot type. So action dot type directly will send increment or decrement. So on that we'll say, if the case is increment, then what do you have to do? Return state +1. Now same thing for the decrement also. Yeah, state -1. So let me save it. Yeah, so we have a default, like every switch case is having a default is not something is like required in Redux. Like many of you told you have to write Redux default in Redux, but because we use switch case, for switch case default is necessary. So default case will say default will return state. Okay, so let me just check it again. Same thing, I'm doing 2, so it should return 2 plus 1 3. Okay, it should return 3. Okay, so let me just run it. Okay, so returning 2 plus 1 3. So that's how we do, but we kind of make of store. So let me just install Redux and show you. We'll say npm install Redux, and installing. Okay, Redux installed. So let me just make a store. So basically what we do, we make a store. So we'll say const create store equals to require Redux. Okay, so basically in React.js we won't do like this. So just for explaining, I'm telling you like what we have to do. But like if I'm doing something in action, so you'll be confused how the data is flowing. You can just switch back to this page, like demo page, and check it. Like from firstly we are calling action, then the reducer part is working, then in the store we are storing value. Okay, so we'll say create store, and here what we'll do, we'll make an store. Let me just delete it or comment it out for you so you can use it again. So we'll say let store equals to create store counter. So I have tell counter is a store, like every value of counter will be saved in a store. Okay, so now we'll say store dot dispatch this patch. Okay, store.dispatch. So what does store.dispatch does? So like dispatch means calling the function. So like firstly we have to call the counter, then give the value here 0, 1 or 2. Let me make it 0, default 0. Okay, here we have to give the value 0, 1, 2, and here we have to pass the increment function. So in dispatch we just directly call the increment. Now we don't have to write counter and each and everything, and it will return us the value. Okay, so increment is a function. Now if we console it, console.log, now just save it and run it. It should give to, oh, okay, yeah. So see, it's returning type increment, because what we are doing, we are consoling it, like we are consoling, not getting the data. Okay, so for getting the data we have to call the get state, like it's telling us okay you have called the increment. Okay, so for getting the data, let me remove console here, because here we'll just call the function, like action what we want to do. For getting the data we'll do console.log, and here we'll do what we'll do, store.get state. So here we are calling the just get me the state, like what is the state of this counter. Okay, so let me just save it and run it. So it's giving me 1. Okay, so like if we do state plus 2, okay, so now it will give 2 because we are calling get state, so it will be increment by 2. So it will giving us 2. Okay, so this is the pattern which is follow. Firstly we create a store, then we call firstly action, what is the type of action. In the reducer we have the function, like what we want to do with that, and in here we create the store, and using dispatch we call that, like we want the increment part. So using dispatch we can call the increment part. So but we don't use get state in what do you call in React.js, because we use something else, I'll tell you. So this is you just need to follow this pattern. So let's just start with the npm, oh sorry, I'm calling npm, start with that React Redux. Okay, so for that we'll just delete this. Okay, so in this we will be inside, we'll go to client. So this is like normal npx create react, I have already done for you, like I don't have to do it again. So if I go to app.js, it's like simple hello world. So let me run and show you. I'll just cmd npm start. So it's loading. Oh, load file. Okay, so this is hello world, nothing else, like normal what do you call a normal functional app. Okay, so nothing much. So before start, we'll have to install some npm packages. So those packages are, let me just close it, npm install obviously Redux, because we're gonna use Redux. Oh, that was in node demo, so that's why we're installing it now in React. And we'll need Redux, then we'll need React Redux, react.redux, then we'll be needing Redux thunk. So Redux thunks looks like a big word, but it's really simple, nothing is there, so don't get confused. Oh, Redux thunk, or it's used for calling asynchronous APIs, so that's why we use Redux thunk. After that Redux DevTools dash extension. So this is used for like watching where our data how is changing and all that stuff. So this is just for visualization, this last part. Okay, so don't get confused. And we'll need one more plugin, which is called Redux React plugin. We can call it plugin, or what is called plugin, yeah, Redux DevTools. So just go here, extend Redux DevTools and add to Chrome. Okay, add extension, just do like this and nothing much. Okay, checking, it's checking, I don't know why it's checking. Okay, it's added. So and let me check, installation has been done or it's still installing. Okay, it is still installing. I mean, that's so what do you call, Embarrassing. Working so slow. Please be fast, boy. I think you are understanding till now because I'm explaining like from scratch, like very basic. Please install. But if you do it, then you will understand it like very much higher than what I'm standing like teaching. Okay, boy, be fast. What happened here, yaar? It's stuck or what? I think these are big libraries now, so it just got stuck like that. Let me just pause it. Yeah, okay, guys. As soon as I pause, it just confirmed like everything happened. So again, npm start. Okay, it's running. So now open with code. Yeah. So firstly, like we'll go to index page. Here we have to create the store and everything. We have to do it here only. Okay. So no, we'll go to index page afterwards. Firstly, like create actions. Okay. So firstly, we create a folder called actions. Okay. So here we'll put all our actions. So actions were what? So let me just show you. Go back. Go a little back. Okay. Demo. Will use demo side by side so we can. So these are our actions. Okay. So we have to use actions. So for actions, what we'll do, we'll just copy paste same as it is. So what we'll do, we'll just copy it, copy, and come into in actions. We have to make one file. It is called index.js, where we'll keep all our actions. Index.js. Okay, so paste it. So these are actions. So we increment. Let me comment increment action, and this is our decrement action. Okay, so these two are our actions, both are like defined here. Nothing we have done, same like at the previous one. So now we have go to reducer part. So in reducers, we'll make a folder here in src again, reducers. So what in reducers we'll do, we'll make a file called counter. So here see, we have a counter na. So in reducers we make a file called counter. So we are reducers, yeah, we'll say counter.js. Okay, so now in demo we'll just copy this counter same as it is. Okay, nothing change. Okay, these two things are done. Now we'll have to export it. We'll say export default count reducer. Okay, we have made it counter. Let me make this count reducer. Okay, and here we'll make it one, not this much. Okay, so yeah, let's just save it. And in demo, let me put the demos here in the end. Yeah, and in this not this index, getting started, let me, so many pages are open. Yeah, so let me export these, what do you call, functions, increment actions also. Export, and we'll do export. So everything is same, nothing much, like everything is like booming. Okay, now before that we have to do one more thing. We have to like combine the reducers. Like let me tell you why we are telling combine. So in counter, this is like one reducer. Okay, this counter is like one reducer, like single reducer. It's operating increment and decrement. Okay, nothing much. Okay, like someone is incrementing a number, someone is decreasing a number. What if there is another, you want another function which check whether a user is, what do you call, whether user is logged in or not, but you just have to call this like you are calling this dispatch now. So here we can just call is logged in or not, and we can check. So there will be again a reduce, like this reducer again, like we name it like log reducer. So there will be like, there can be multiple reducers. So to overcome that problem, in reducers we'll make one file. For now I have only one reducer, but in few after this I'll to show you like how to work with multiple reducers, because obviously if you work with Redux, so you have to use multiple reducers. Like then there's no use of using Redux. We'll call it index.js. Now what we'll do, we'll import this count reducer from counter. Okay, so this counter is the file name and count reducer I'm importing. Now what we'll do, we'll import combine reducer from Redux. Okay, now what we'll do, constant all reducers equal to combine reducer. Here will counter will name is counter, and here we'll call it count reducers, and we'll export it, export default all. So what we are here doing, like this is our one reducer count. Here we are combining reducer, but I told you currently we have one reducer only, so we are using for one reducer only, and we are combining it and calling it at counter. So if we like make it as counter 1 2 3, so wherever we call it, so we have to use 1 2 3, like it's your whatever name you want to give. So I have given it like counter name, so we can call by check the value by calling counter, and this is all reducers, like this is the function. Okay, or whatever you call it, I don't know. So okay, so now these things are done. So now here index, what is, okay, these are the actions, so let me just put it here somewhere. Now here what this index is doing, okay, this is that combine reducer is index. So now you have to come, if you close open src, you can see index.js. so here what we do, we just make store and everything here only. Okay, so let me just show you how do we make. So firstly we'll import let me import from here. Yeah, firstly we'll import provider. Provider is like we are providing the store values to each pages. So I mean this thing you have to do only once, so just do as the performer is given by the React only or Redux, just copy as it is and paste it here. Like you don't have to think so much what's going here, just do as it is. Like these things are written and you don't know what these things are used for. I know you know, like it's like what is these things are doing, but you really don't want to care like why it's doing. Okay, so we'll just import provider from React-Redux, then we'll import create store. So here we are here where demo gone, demo, yeah. So here we are creating store now, so like this only we'll create store from Redux, and we need one more thing, apply middleware, because we're gonna use Redux Thunk for calling asynchronous APIs, so that's why apply middleware. And after that we'll import all reducers from /reducers. Okay, so like we are importing as this all reducers, and here we'll get all reducer like if they are multiples. Okay, for now just keep it as it is. Then we'll import thunk from redux-thunk. Redux-thunk like for calling asynchronous API, as already told you. And after that we'll say import composite compose with dev tools from redux-dev tools dash extension. Okay, so you have to install this also. So I just forgot because it's used for this, like the plugin I have showed you, the plugin for which we use that for like what do you say, for looking at the how the values are changing, we'll use these dev tools. It's not very important. So let me just show you what are the dev tools. So this Redux, so for here if you want to see values changing in how in store, so we use Redux dev tools. So let me just install it. npm install. Why it's not pasting, let me light it. Redux dash dev tools dash extension. Yeah. Oh, I wrote redux. Okay, let me just install it. What happened? Yeah. Till then we can just go forward. After that we'll say constant middleware equals to Thunk. Okay, we are using Thunk as a middleware. And how, what now we have to create the store, like the here how we have created the store in the demo. So for that what we'll do, we'll say constant store equals to create store, and here we'll say all reducers. So this is for all reducers, like how many reducers are there, just create store for them. And we'll say compose with dev tools, and here we'll say apply middleware, and here we'll say dot middlewares. Okay, so this is the way we are using the middleware for the that the one I showed you for the Redux, to check on values how they are changing. Now we'll wrap it, like we'll hold the app component in one thing. So what we'll do, we'll say provider store equals to store. We'll close it and we'll just cut it, and here we'll press enter and do like this. Okay, so you got this. Like to use this store, we are just using provider, like provider is you like it's in React Redux only. So whatever is importing one, like app, this app is like one single page, Redux like React run on one single page, so everything can access by the name store. Okay, so so let's just see if there are any errors we are getting, then we'll solve it. Okay, let me reload it. Combined reducer is not exported from Redux. What happened? Okay, this thing was installing. What happened? I mean, why it's taking so much of time to install? I don't know why my system got slow or what. Okay, so let's just run it. npm start. Okay, yeah, it's loading. Import error, combined reducer is not imported from. Okay, in reducers we are getting some error. Reducers index.js combined reducer from Redux. Okay guys, it's reducers, not reducers. Yeah, let me just save it and check it. What? Acha, yeah. So here we have to use s also, na? Yeah, so everything is fine, nothing much. So let me just go to inspect and this Redux part. So you can, in here you can see the values. Okay, so if we click on ra, so state, so we see counter has a 0 value. Okay, this is tree counter chart, like how the values are changing. So this Redux part, when you will browse more and use more activities, you will get to know. in RAI we can find like counter has currently 0 value. Okay, so this is what our counter index.js index.js index counter. Where is the counter? Yeah, so this is a counter which has a state of 0, so currently it's showing 0. Okay, now we have to call the function, this increment function or decrement function, and we can see the changes here. Okay, so let's just get started. So let me just close all this, so these things are not necessary for now. Yeah, we'll make it Redux tutorial just for fun, nothing I've thought of. H1 and cut, and we'll paste H1. Yeah, so Redux tutorial. Okay, so let's just start it. So for now we have to import few things. Firstly, what we'll import? Import use selector. Use selector. That's why I hate autocomplete sometime. Then we'll use dispatch. Okay, so use dispatch is calling for action, and use selector is used for calling the checking the value. So use selector will be used when we want to see what is the current value of the counter, and use dispatch will be used for calling the actions, like we want an increment or we want an decrement. Okay, and from React Redux. Okay, now we have to call those functions also. Import, we'll say increment, then we have decrement from actions. Okay, and we'll just save it. So see, in actions we have got this increment function and this decrement. We are just importing it here from actions. Okay, nothing like this or that. Okay, simple. So now what we'll do, we want to call the increment part. So firstly we have to make it, for calling the increment we'll say constant counter equals to use selector. No, this I'll tell you afterwards. Okay, firstly constant dispatch equals to use dispatch okay, yeah, and we'll just make it like normal. We have, for dispatching a function like calling an action, we have to do like this normal. After that, here on button click we'll call it. Okay, on, we'll make a button and we'll name it increment. Okay, normal increment, and we'll say on click we'll make a function out of it. Oh sorry, yeah. So now we'll call the dispatch thing. So we'll say dispatch increment. So what we are doing, see, nothing much. We are made a function like a normal dispatch to use the dispatch. Then we'll say dispatch call this increment function. Okay, normal. Okay, and I have passed that increment, and here is the increment button. So let me just save it. Already saved. So see, this counter value will keep on changing. Okay, as soon as I print it. Okay, see 1 2 3. So here you can see what I am doing, Spectre 4 5. Okay, and for the chart you can check here counter current value increment. Okay, and here counter whole value. Chart will show you was the, then you can go to difference. You can see how the value is changing if you print 1. So like previous what 9, then change to 10. So here like this you can trace it. Like these are multiple options. You just like, you can afterward you can just explore it more. So now same we can do for, what do you call, decrement. And here we'll pass decrement. Okay, we'll just save it. So now what, yeah, decrement is not defined. Decrement, let's just save it. So now what if you do decrement, see it's decrementing the value, it's incrementing the value, decrementing, incrementing. Okay, normal, nothing to like just fond of. So now we want to see the values in here, like on page here I want to see the numbers changing. So how do we do that? For the numbers changing, what we'll do, we'll do use selector, constant use selector. Arey yaar, why it's doing like this? Use selector equal to, and then no, no, we'll say just remove it. Yeah. So what will I use selector, and what we wanna show value of, we want to show the value of counter. So we'll say state dot counter. Okay, for the counter we want to check, like this reducer have a name counter, so for the counter we want to see the values, and for that we'll save it in a variable called constant counter equal to. Okay, let's just save it. So let me just check everything is fine. Okay, yeah, actions, everything fine. So this counter will have the value, so we can check the values just using counter. Just save it. So maybe you are wondering why this has a counter name, like nowhere we have used counter. So if you go to index, and in all reducer we have changed from count reducer name to counter. Okay, so make it much understandable. So here we'll just print the values, and if we go, see 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's normal, like, okay. But suppose you have another function to check whether the person is logged in or not. So same procedure, we'll go to index, we'll copy it, and we use for login logout. Okay, we'll say for sign in, we'll call it sign in, and for what do you call sign out, we'll make it sign out. Okay, let's just save it, and now we'll go to counter. So here we'll make a new file called is logged .js, and we'll just make normal, and we'll follow this reducer part, and we'll make it, paste it here, and we'll say count reducer, we'll say logged reducer, and here we'll export log reducer, and here we'll check the action type. So if we say action dot type is sign in, then we'll say, now here we'll say, hey, you are signed in. Okay, if sign out, here we'll say you are signed out. Okay, and if now here instead of 0 we'll make it for like in at the starting we'll say you are signed out, you're signed out. Okay, now in the this all reducers part index we have to now import these things. We'll say import logged reducer from dot slash is logged. Yeah, now we'll for name we'll use is logged. Okay, because we're gonna check it is logged. Okay, normal is logged, and here we'll say logged, and we'll just save it and see if there's any error. Refresh it. Okay, see, add one thing I just forgot, when you refresh it, this whole value of this redux will be gone. See, if you do increment, everything is increasing. Go to state, everything is like, we can see you're signed in out, like for the is showing here also. but as soon as I do reload, we'll go to state, everything becomes like at the starting of the states. Okay, so starting of the state, every value is like here for the counter 0 and is logged, you are signed out. Okay, so now everything is same. Now we'll go to app, use same thing, we'll import increment decrement, we'll import sign in and sign out. Okay, normal, nothing much. And for the counter, we have used counter. Now here we'll say, instead of counter we'll say is logged. uh, uh, is logged. Okay, small l. And here we'll say logged, like login is status I'm checking, just making logged. Okay, so here I can use the button, same thing. Let me put a br here first. Yeah, so now just copy this whole thing. One button will call for, what do you say, sign in. And there's one more thing left, so don't like leave it, because I'm gonna tell you like how to pass values in this functions also. And here we'll call it sign in, here we'll call it sign out, and here we'll call it logged. Okay, we'll just save it. See, you are signed out. So like for the first time everyone will be signed out, so whenever they'll do sign in, like login, so when we click sign in, so see it changed to you are signed in, and this increment no effect on this, and if we sign out, you are signed out. So that's the way you can work it. But suppose you want to increment by 10 but it's incrementing only by 1, so what we can do, in increment we can pass values, like I want to increment by 5. Okay, then we have to save it, and in index, like in actions index.js, here we have to uh, receive that value, and for that what we'll do, we'll say data. Okay, data, and we'll say payload, and here we'll pass data. So payload is not predefined word but like standard, so we are sending data here in increment. Then we'll say just send payload also as payload dot as data, and the name is payload, and we'll save it. And in the counter we'll receive like action dot type, like we have where everything, like as we have action dot type, this type we have can access action dot payload also. Okay, so what we'll do here, instead of +1 we'll say action dot payload. Okay, we'll just save it, and then here come reload it. Firstly we'll go to state, we'll go to sign in. Okay, you are signed in. Now increment, see it's now incrementing by 5, and decrement will be only by 1, because decrement is set to -1 only, and we are not passing any values here also. Okay, see, so that's the way you can work with. But suppose you want to call a third party API, that can only be done with the Redux thunk, so that's why I have made the Redux thunks at the starting only. So what we'll do, we'll make a function. Till then we have to import install Axios. So let me just quickly install Axios, npm install Axios. Okay, yeah, it is installing. Till then let me just show you how it's done. So obviously we'll need some actions. So in action what we'll say, let me just rename it, otherwise you will get confused. Sign in action, sign out action. Okay, yeah. So firstly we'll import the Axios. We'll say import Axios from Axios. Yeah, okay. So now here we'll say const export get post So we are fetching any post, and we'll do like this. Now we'll return. Why is doing showing like this? Okay, we have an added constant. Yeah, return, and it should be async. We'll make a function and we'll call dispatch. So this is the, if you want to call an API, just follow this pattern because this is the only pattern used. Then again we'll open the curly braces and we'll say constant response equals to await, and we'll say axios dot get. And what do you want to get? So for the API we're gonna use JSON placeholder. We'll say JSON placeholder, yeah, type IAR. Yeah, so you can just go to JSON placeholder dot type icode.com. I don't know what's so long. So this is the like post. We can get this, we'll get this data. So let me, for that we want to copy this API. We'll just paste it, or let me make it under, yeah. So after that, what we'll do, dispatch, and then again we'll make curly braces open. We'll say type is get post, and payload what will send the rest. Okay, yeah. So see, this is same as this but little bit different, I know. So we are turning type sign out. It's like type get post, like calling the name of the action. And here firstly we are calling the post. After we are get the post, await is used for that. That's why we are using sync. Then we'll call the API. Okay, so like that we have to do. But there is some error. It's showing somewhere brackets are not properly closed, and let me just check it where it's not properly closed. I think it's closed everywhere properly. Then why it's showing like this? Let me just save it and check it. Why it's taking so much longer? Let me restart it. I don't know why it's going like this. Go to home. Yeah, okay, it's opening. Why it's an error, but everything look fine to me. Dispatch asynchronous, a constant response payload rest post. Say was the error? Mission missing semicolon. Okay, there's semicolon missing. Where's the semicolon missing? Arey yeah, this is, no, that's not the thing. Arey, we are making a function now. We have to add this. Yeah. So now if we save it, this, acha, this is a spelling mistake. DIS instead of this. Yeah. So now everything is working fine. So but if you want to call this function, we want to see the data. So for that what we have to do, this is what increment this is what sign in and log out. This like normal. If we go, we can just close this logger button, then we close this counter. So for the like reducer part, I have to again build like this thing, this get post, again a reducer for that. So let me just quickly make a reducer of it. We'll call it get.js, normal, nothing much, and we'll copy from counter. We'll do it fast, okay, this time. And state will be 0, and if we have to remove decrement, and this time we'll call, if the call is, what was the call? get underscore post, get underscore post post, just send action dot payload because we don't need the result, return that only. Now just save it, and here will come in combine reducers. Where are we combining the reducers? And we have to change the name also. We'll say get reducer, and here we'll say get reducer. Okay, we'll just save it and come to index.js, and we'll just copy this thing and we'll paste it, and we'll say instead of his log we'll have a file called get, and we have a get reducer. Okay, there get reducer, and here we'll make it as name get, normal get, and what is the name of the reducer? Get reducer. Just save it, everything's fine. Now go to app.js, in state we'll use get. Okay, let's just directly dispatch the function. For that we have to call the function name is, what was the function action name? When we say function, just get post, get underscore post, get underscore post. We'll say get underscore post. Okay, so now we'll just copy this, come here, we'll put a br, paste it, and we'll say get underscore post, and we'll say fetch, fetch, fetch. Okay, so let's just see it. Go to inspect tab, redux, and state. Let me just reload it. State, so we have a get as 0. If we click fetch, so data is fetching. Now data came, see, and so much of data, his data, so much data came. Okay, if I again do fetch, data is keep on coming. Okay, so this is the way like we can use redux. Thanks redux. So if anything not understand to you, you can just go to this thing, demo. Where's demo gone, bro? Where's demo? Demo.js. Okay, this file, and copy like how this whole thing is going from actions, then to reducer, then here we are creating the store, then here we are dispatching, calling the one of the action, and this is the how whole thing is done. Okay, so instead of store.getState we are using selectors, so that's the only difference. So thank you guys.